I believe this is the first time that we've really heard from 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy kind of react to all the talking that has gone on back and forth between the 49ers and the Eagles over the last year or so. And obviously, as we know, a huge part of this storyline that actually kind of hasn't been discussed a whole lot is the fact that this is Brock Purdy's return to Philly for the first time, obviously, since tearing his UCL in his throwing elbow. And it's been quite the journey back for him. And we all know what happened in that game. But he talks about all these different things, the return, the trash talk, how he feels right now, opposed to how he felt last year as a rookie. He discussed all of that, and it's refreshing to hear because really haven't heard from Brock Purdy on the whole Philadelphia situation since the end of the season. Obviously, it's been brought up like maybe back in training camp and things like that, but it's really back in the forefront right now, and we get to hear what Brock has to say on the matter, courtesy of NBC Sports. Take a look at what Brock Purdy is feeling like as he gets ready to go up against the Eagles back at the link.
But a couple of your teammates do get involved with the back and forth with the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you kind of just take a seat back and kind of watch it go on, or do you enjoy kind of the spice that your teammates have with that?
Yeah, I mean, I hear stuff around the facility just in terms of like, Debo said this or whoever said this, and I get a laugh out of it and stuff. It's funny. But for myself, it's like I said, it's another game for me. I have to be prepared to play football, make the right decisions consistently, handle the operation of the offense. So that's where my mind has to be, not all the other stuff. So I obviously don't get caught up in it. But I think, for Debo or, guys that have played the game for a while, to have fun with it, like they can do them, and I laugh about it when I hear it. So, but I have a job that I have to do, and that's just how I handle it.
Certain way going back to Philadelphia, place where you got injured last year. Is there anything in your mind about just going back to that location?
I mean, yeah, I got hurt there and everything, but for me, it's week 13. We're going on the road in a hostile environment. We're late in the season, so every game is obviously big for us, and so that's where I'm at with my mindset. Am I going to go back and feel a certain way? None of that. It's a new year, two new teams. Slightly different in ways. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Different 49ers players who've gone through significant injuries, like Jimmy Garoppolo in Kansas City, Navarro Bowman in Seattle, went to the stadium, gave themselves a moment to just kind of take it in about the past in that stadium. Will you give yourself a moment, or will you just game plan as usual?
I mean, usually every single game, whenever I go in the stadium, I take a little moment just to be thankful for where I'm at and in the game that I'm about to play in. So none of that changes. Am I going to go in there and get all, sentimental about, man, I've come a long way? Since it's not really like that. We have a goal in mind, and I'm trying to be the best version of myself every week. So am I going to go into the game saying I want revenge and all this kind of stuff? It's not like that, So I'm just going to try to go do my job and be the best Brock that I can be for this team.
Quarterback do you think you are now than the guy who started that game?
Yeah, I think I've grown just mentally with this playbook, with the system, with just the guys that I'm playing with, in terms of them knowing what they're going to get from me. And I feel like at the time, I was still trying to find my way in the NFL and play consistent and prove to the guys that I can play. So now it's all about how can I be consistent, every single drive, every game. And sort of being able to handle all the factors that come with playing quarterback, the noises, keeping guys under calm, cool, collected, like that kind of stuff. So I feel like in that game or at that time, I don't know if I was that guy yet. So I feel like that's the difference.
Jalen Hurts doing the tush push, do you say, I would really enjoy the opportunity to do that often, or do you say, that looks horrendous?
I mean, I don't care if it looks horrendous. If you're that good at it, I mean, why not? But, they've done it. I don't know, they have that chemistry, with the O-line. Obviously, Jalen, how strong he is as a quarterback to be able to get 1 or 2 yards. They're consistent with it. I feel like it's something that they have down as a team. So they do it really well. But for us, we have our ways with short yardage, and we're slightly different in that. So, but we know that, and we are who we are. So we're sticking to that.
Brock Purdy makes the smart move by not getting in the middle of any of the kind of trash talking back and forth. That's a good move by him. Notice the backwards hat. Apparently, if you haven't noticed, and you maybe missed the video we posted earlier, Colin Cowherd doesn't believe that Brock Purdy is a franchise quarterback because of the way he wears his hat. I don't know if you knew about that, but hey, now you know. And if you want to know more about that, there's a video on the channel that describes that in more detail, and we show the clip as well. But obviously, Brock Purdy right now, it's a big test for him. It's a new year, new mindset, putting that game behind him in the NFC Championship and focusing on what's coming down the pipe, and that's the next game and what it means now. I think Brock Purdy is such a mature mindset when it comes to all these different types of things. He really is mature beyond his years, and that comes across in these interviews consistently, regardless of what he's wearing and how distracting that backwards hat might be. He really does speak like a franchise quarterback, and that's the most important thing, in case Colin Cowherd had forgotten. He talks about the tush push. He talks about all this different types of stuff, but I'm really excited for Brock to be able to go back to this place that kind of really altered and changed his career. It changed his path. It was definitely a ton of adversity that he had to go through as a rookie, and all the rehab and everything that he put into it, and going out throughout training camp, not even being able to participate in every single day. He was on a 2-on, 1-off kind of situation. It's been a journey for Brock Purdy, and so to come full circle for this game, and I know he's going to downplay it, and he's not really going to try to give it more energy than it needs to have, but I have to imagine this is going to be a very emotional type of game for him, personally, as he is going back to the place where they lost the NFC Championship game. He got seriously hurt and almost, potentially thought his career could have been ending at one point before it almost even started. So I do think that this game means a lot. I don't expect him to say that necessarily. I do expect him to downplay it. But the importance of this one is huge for Brock, for this team, for the organization, for the league, all of it. We know how important this game is. We've been talking about it all week. We've been talking about it all year, let's face it, since that NFC Championship game. So let me know what you guys thought about what Brock Purdy had to say, his kind of thoughts and feelings about the back and forth and, the tush push and everything Eagles are doing, his return. Let me know what you guys had, what you thinking about what Brock had to say. And, of course, let me know in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.